So how long does it take me to make $386? Where did that number come from, and how am I going to make that much money? Let's watch. So I just got some shears and clipper blades in from one customer, one dog grooming customer. And she's got the 10 shears, and in this pink bag I have 14 blades. Don't know what problems I'm going to run into with it all added up with the price that we give for them people bringing shears and blades to us. That would be $386 if I've done my math correctly. $26 a shear and $9 a blade. I'm going to start on these, come back to you. I'll set my phone timer and come back to you every 15 minutes, and you'll see where I am on this journey. So let's see, how do I set a timer on here? It is now 9:14, so set an alarm. Set an alarm for 9:30. And I may be interrupted. I'm the only one here again this morning. So I may be interrupted by the phone or whatnot, but when I come back every 15 minutes, I'll let you know what's been going on and where I started and what I've covered. My first 15 minutes are up, and I don't have a whole lot to show for it. I've taken all the blades apart and checked the tension except for one. I'm on the middle of this one. All of them are pretty rusty. They're a little bit rusty. They don't look like they have any oil on it. Been getting hair out of it. I'm marking them all with a yellow dot, and I've got them in these little baskets, each set of them, and I've got one more to take apart. That's where I am into 15 minutes of it. Now, also, I couldn't find my blade scale, and I was checking this tension on them before I took them apart, because in the past I'll tighten them all and then I have to loosen them all. And most of these were super tight, so I didn't need to tighten them. But it took a little while for me to look for my blade scale. Couldn't find it. Had to go pull another new one off the shelf because we sell these. And after I got it and brought it back, then I found this one. So I'm going to set my phone for another 15-minute timer, and let's see where I am at that point. Okay, I'm off. See you in 15 minutes. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. I knew this would happen. I had a gentleman come in. He drove 40 minutes in the rain. He says he owns about 20 pairs of Bonika Shears, and he came and he bought a gold pair of shears from us, one that we had, the shear of the month. But of course he had to look at every single thinning shear we had, which is like maybe, what, 12, and cut with each one of them, and decided not to buy any because I wouldn't give him an extra deal. How much time did I waste with him? Well, it wasn't wasted. I made $198. Yeah? What you need? He came back and he bought the thinning shears. I guess when I wouldn't make him a deal on the second pair of shears, he had to go out to the car and come back, but he bought so that's an extra $100. So I just made $300 in, I don't know, what time did I leave you? Maybe a half hour. So proof of that, of course, there's cost of merchandise, but you can make a whole lot more money selling shears than you can sharpening blades. But now I have to remember where I left off here and set myself another 15-minute timer. Oh, and I had a phone call too. Somebody wanted to get scissors sharpened that he cut bacon with it. I told him $8 to $10. I don't know. I'll see what they look like when they come in. Okay. So another 15-minute timer, start. And I've got 4 clipper blades completely done. And test it and everything. I'm on to charging my plate, which I slowed down a little bit with this because I ran out of grit, had to go find the grit, and I always put it in my taco seasoning box. And the grit that came from the Edge Pro now has a little sprinkle dispenser. So I had to stand and think about that and contemplate it, whether I wanted to use their dispenser or whether I wanted to put it all back in my taco seasoning jar. And I decided the smartest thing to do was to leave it in the original jar, but I will miss using my taco seasoning. I used to have my lard oil in a shampoo bottle, and the shampoo bottle finally went dead. Alright, so my plate is charged, and I'm ready to go on to the next blaze. I see some shiny spots. Some of you are going to laugh at how slow I am at this, but this looks good. I have the next probably 6 blades to do, and I'll keep working through this thing. Let's see how much money I make per hour. So let me set this for 15 minutes. And that seemed like a short 15 minutes. Let me do. I think it was 10, because see, it says 10. This is not going to be very accurate. I might have to do this again one day, but it should be interesting to you. Okay, start. I'll see you back in 15 minutes. So another 15 minutes has gone by, and I really feel like I haven't done a whole lot. I finished charging the plate. I sharpened 6 blades, cleaned them, and now I'm assembling them. This is the second one. I got smart on this little 15-minute go-round because when the phone rang and I got interrupted as usual, I hit the pause button on my phone. So it has been 15 minutes of actually working back here. But to be totally honest about it, I'm not a multitasker. One of my granddaughters just got tested for ADHD, and I mean, she was like off the chart for ADHD, and she said, Gigi, she said, they tested you, you'd been off the chart the other side, they would have called you OCD. Because I'm literally a person, I have trouble chewing gum and walking at the same time. So when I get interrupted in what I'm doing here, even sometimes even talking to you, I have to stop and think, where was I? What was I doing? What do I need to do? And I don't know why this thing won't go on straight. Go back and try it. But I'll set another 15-minute timer. I'll let you watch me struggle with this one a minute. I don't know why some of these things just don't want to line up right. And they're off at the back rails. It's got to be a manufacturing thing. This is an Oster blade. I actually watched these blades being made at the Oster factory in McMinnville. I was very delighted because it's hard to get a tour through there. Okay, one more tightening. So, I'll see you back here in 15 minutes. So another 15 minutes has gone by, and you're catching me charging the plate again. I finished up the 6 blades, got them all tested, checked the tension. They all cut fine. Usually by this time I'll have one that I've got to redo, but not this time. And I've got 4 more blades to go. I feel like I'm doing a little bit better now. Misty's back, so I'm not constantly listening for the phone to ring. And I'm not being interrupted by the door, and I'm hitting pause when I do get interrupted. The only interruption I've had in the last 15 minutes is someone wanting to know what kind of polish to use on his razor strop to sharpen knives. And I'm thinking, he probably doesn't even have any clue how to sharpen a knife if he's using a razor strop on knives. But I told him knives were not my expertise. Beauty shears are. And all of this stuff, was this recorded? Yeah, it was recorded. See you in 15 minutes. So since you saw me last, Misty came in, which means I've been able to get a lot more done. And these are all the size 30 blades. I sharpened all of them. I'm testing them now, and they all are cutting really nice. I'm very extremely pleased. And that will be all my blades, and I'll go on to shears. So next time you see me, I'll be sharpening shears. Yeah, these are cutting nice. Forgot which ones I tested. Distract me. And only interruptions I had this last 15 minutes was one of those Amber Alerts, you know how they send those out, and a text message from one of my friends. So these all cut nice. I'm going to throw all this fuzz away. Give them all nice, so they're clean. I'm not clean, I got fuzz all over me. Envelopes, and all the blades are done. Next 15 minutes is going to be on shears. All right, I'm on to the shear sharpening. Not as far ahead as I'd like to be. I've only done one shear.
In 15 minutes?
Yeah, but I had to go. I know. Part of it was I had to do some adjustments to my machine. This is the first time I've used it since it fell out of my car. So I had to find some pieces to make the arm go back on. And look at my spatter guard. Look at it. It's all wonky. But it runs, and it's been sharpening them. And so I just did the one. I've critiqued all the rest of them. And this one, I set my clamp at 30 and it's not anywhere near the edge. I must have done it at like a 0-degree angle. But
if it's 0 degrees, is that actually considered an angle? Wouldn't it have to be at least 1 degree to be an angle? I'm just asking. Curious minds want to know.
Misty is the joy of my life. That's why I named her Misty. And she does make working more fun because it's family. But I should be able to finish the rest of these, I'm hoping, in a half an hour. 2 more 15-minute segments if I don't get interrupted.
Yeah, it'll be lunch here soon.
And I picked out the hardest ones to do first. So, yeah, I think it's going to show that I don't make all that much per hour sharpening grooming shears. And we'll do another day where I'm just sharpening beauty shears so we can do a comparison. I'll make it that Saturday when I go see Christina, huh? So let me work on this, do another 15-minute segment. And is it about time 12. For Gene to get here?
Yeah,
where is he?
I don't know, I'm starving.
Where are we going to eat lunch today?
He's coming right now.
Oh, he's coming right now.
He's
well, no need
in right now.
No need starting another 15 minutes. We're breaking for lunch. So this has been all morning. Of course, many interruptions. So now you know why, even though pet groomers have a lot of scissors, I had this cutting and it was okay. It was good enough. But no, I wanted it better. So I went back and worked on it some more. And now it's cutting worse. So, these chunkers. Let's see how it cuts. It's wanting to catch. See? So what was going to be one of the easy ones to sharpen has turned out to be one of the hardest ones. Will it cut just regular hair? No, see, when I get ready to cut hair, I can close it. But when I actually get hair in between it to cut, it's not cutting. It's something back in here. So another 15 minutes, we'll look at it again. So I've got all these shears done now, and I'm ready to call the customer. And I have no idea how long this took me. I started about 9 this morning, and it's 2, and I've had lunch and 100 interruptions. But let's say it, let's say 4 hours for all of this, maybe 5. And I made one of these, this one here, I'm not going to charge her for it. I sharpened it 3 times and I never was happy with the way it cut. So there's one of them I'm not going to charge her. So that's 9 shears at 26 each, and then 14 blades at $9 each. So what does that add up to be? I can't even calculate it. Y'all have calculated before I have. So that's $360, and let's say it took me the full 5 hours, which I know it didn't. Let's say 4.5 hours. So that's $80 an hour, even with all the interruptions and one of them not coming out right. So I think without interruptions, it would have been at least $100 an hour. So that's kind of gives you an idea how much money you can make sharpening for groomers if you're doing clipper blades and shears. And we'll do another video looking better at what I make sharpening beauty shears. Now you got to remember, oh that's right, a whole half an hour in there was selling shears that I made $300. If you're new to the channel and you've been watching this, I've got a lot of other videos. Go take a look at them. Subscribe so you know when new ones come up. I do sharpening training, and we do sharpening training for groomer shears and also for the beauty shears and the clipper blades, and not knives, not hedge clippers, not saw blades. So join me in my next videos.